Caitlin Clark took the WNBA and they set all-time ratings records. If Caitlin Clark's not in this, the list is nonsense. Who did the list? Time Magazine?
Yeah.
And there's no Caitlin Clark?
No, I don't think so.
That's idiotic. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
The Caitlin Clark push-off situation is something that we have to talk about because everyone is going mad about it. Everyone's furious about that is not a Fever fan. And we got to talk about it.
Another game. Another no call. Caitlin Clark hits the hardwood harder than your favorite rapper's mixtape. And the refs? Crickets. Let's be real. If this happened in the NBA, SportsCenter would have gone DEFCON 1. But in the W? Silence. No flagrant. No foul. Just vibes. People aren't ready to admit it, but the league's golden goose is getting cooked, and no one's stepping in. When Tahina Pow Pow bodied Caitlin Clark like it was an open tryout for the WWE, fans lost. Slow it down, zoom in, meme it. You still can't ignore the impact. This isn't just physical play, it's targeted, relentless, and low-key dangerous. And yet, game after game, Clark's getting slammed like she's in a different sport, entirely. Is it rookie hazing, jealousy, or the WNBA letting her take hits so the league looks tougher? Whatever it is, the silence is saying the quiet part out loud. Protect everybody, unless it's Caitlin Clark. Because if this is how the league treats its biggest draw, who's really winning in the W? And what happens when Clark finally snaps? You'd get arrested for less in public, but on the WNBA court, it's just play on. Tahina Pow Pow didn't just foul Caitlin Clark. She collected the whole combo pack. Jersey grab, hip check, two-hand shove, all in one possession. And the refs, poof, gone like a magic trick. People aren't ready to admit it, but the officiating feels less like basketball and more like improv theater. Run the tape. Slow it down. Frame by frame.
Copper linking out behind the defense. Copper taking it at Clark, who just had to foul her. There's a smart foul there by Caitlin Clark, just her first.
Clark gets bodied while the whistle stays tucked like it's on PTO. Now flip to another. Game. Same foul, different player, automatic call. So what's really going on here? Is this a Clark problem or a league problem? Fans are flooding Reddit with side-by-side footage, calling out the double standards. Tweets are going viral, asking the question no one in the WNBA wants to answer. Why is the league's most watched player getting the least protection? Because when the rules start changing for one player, what does that say about the game we're watching? And who's really in control? She pushed off. That's the internet's defense for a player getting yanked by her jersey. People aren't ready to talk about this, but the way Caitlin Clark is judged online, it's giving double standards, bias, and a sprinkle of gaslighting. Instead of calling out the foul, fans flipped the script and blamed her. Exhibit A, slow-mo footage of Clark's arm fully extended. Twitter says she initiated contact. Exhibit B, rewind it, and you'll see the grab came first. She didn't start the fight, she was trying to escape it. Analysts have already broken it down. Hoopers know this isn't offense, like it's survival. But the comment sections? Full of people rewriting the rule book in real time. Funny how when other players defend themselves, it's toughness. When Clark does it, suddenly it's dirty. That's not critique, that's a cultural pattern. And no one wants to admit it. So ask yourself, if the same move by a different player gets a different reaction, is the issue really the play, or who made it? When Alyssa Thomas throws a forearm, it's grit. When Caitlin Clark does it, suddenly it's a problem. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The W loves toughness, but only when it comes from the right players. When Clark claps back with the same energy she's getting hit with, the narrative flips. And the bias? It's loud. Remember when Gino Auriemma said Caitlin needed to toughen up? Diana Taurasi said the league would humble her? Cool. She listened, she toughened up, and now she's the villain. Alyssa Thomas just dropped a WWE-style foul on the court. Not even a flagrant. But when Clark throws a legal shoulder to create space, the internet lights her up like she stomped on someone's ankle. This isn't about the play, it's about the player. If toughness is only celebrated when it's not blonde and buzzy, what are we really saying? So the question isn't whether Clark can handle the physicality. She can. The real question is, why does it bother everyone else when she gives Caitlin Clark just played an entire WNBA preseason and didn't shoot a single free throw, not one? Let that sink in. A player known for attacking the rim, getting grabbed off ball and finishing through contact, and the refs stayed silent. Meanwhile, guards like Sabrina Ionescu get the whistle for way less. The math? It's not mathing. Clark put up 14.5 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds in limited minutes, while getting mugged every possession. She's bombing threes from the logo, threading passes like a vet, and finishing through hits like it's Big Ten all over again. But the numbers don't just tell a story, they expose one. When you compare her no-call rate to other elite guards, it's wild. Kelsey Plum gets to the line more on soft bump plays. Clark? She gets body checked into silence. The agenda isn't just online, it's in the box score. So if the stats say she's producing despite all that, imagine what she'll do when the league finally gives her a fair whistle. Or are they too scared to? This isn't just officiating. This feels personal, because when the league's biggest draw can't get a single whistle, while others get calls for phantom contact, you gotta ask, what are we really watching here? A game, or a gatekeeping ritual? The WNBA is moving. Funny, Caitlin Clark isn't just being ignored, she's being tested. And not in the welcome to the pros way. This is giving rookie hazing meets Mean Girls energy. The old guard, they're not just skeptical, they're territorial. You've got league vets who built their careers clawing for visibility, now watching a 22-year-old eclipse their media coverage overnight. That tension? It's leaking onto the court. It's not just fouls being swallowed, it's opportunity being denied. She's earning superstar numbers but getting role player treatment. And that's not a coincidence, that's a message. So, here's the real question. Is the WNBA protecting its culture or punishing its future? Stick around, because what's coming next might blow the whole thing open. She's not just a star, she's their star. Look around, little girls in Caitlin Clark jerseys, eyes wide with dreams bigger than basketball courts. But what message are we sending them right now? People aren't ready to hear this, but here it is. If you're loud, talented, and unapologetically yourself in the WNBA, you become the problem.
Caitlin Clark snubbed off of Team USA, so she is not on the Olympic team. Were you surprised by this? Should she be on the roster?
And it looked like Caitlin Clark has suffered yet another hard foul, and the referees failed to make a call.
The league doesn't just refuse to protect its brightest, it sidelines them. The silence around Clark's treatment speaks volumes. Are we really saying that stars only get shielded if they play quiet, fit in, and don't ruffle feathers? Watch her postgame, grinding with her teammates, pushing through the noise, carrying the weight of expectation and bias. This isn't just about basketball, it's about identity, power, and the future of the league. What happens when the next generation watches this and thinks, if I'm good and I speak up, I'm on my own? So, what's the real legacy here? Because the story unfolding isn't just a game, it's a blueprint for every young girl who dares to dream out loud. You won't believe what's coming next. Here's the truth nobody's talking about. Caitlin Clark doesn't throw tantrums. She doesn't flop. She doesn't beg for calls. She just scores, relentlessly. People aren't ready to hear this, but Clark's response to the madness? Pure buckets. That iconic step-back three dripping in ice-cold confidence right in the chaos? That wasn't just a shot. It was a mic drop. While the league ignores her, while the whistles don't blow her way, she's rewriting the rules with every basket. She's the ultimate competitor. No protection needed, but damn right she deserves fairness. Clark's game isn't about sympathy or spotlight. It's about proving that grit beats bias every single time. She didn't point fingers at the refs. She pointed to the scoreboard, loud and clear. And if you think that's the end of the story, you're dead wrong. What's coming next? Let's just say the game's about to get a lot more interesting. The WNBA wants Caitlin Clark to carry the entire league, but won't shield her from the smoke. That's wild. People aren't ready to hear this, but the league's ignoring a ticking time bomb. Clark's taking hits no superstar should endure. Every missed call, every reckless foul chips away at her body and at Indiana Fever's rhythm. This isn't just a player problem, it's a league problem. Burnout isn't a theory anymore, it's a looming threat. If Clark gets hurt or mentally drained, the Fever's future crumbles, and with it, the WNBA's biggest hope for growth. Fans are already sounding the alarm. If they don't protect her, we'll stop watching. And honestly, they're right. You can't build a dynasty on a superstar left vulnerable. The league's playing with fire, and it's only a matter of time before it burns everything down. What happens next? Trust me, you won't believe the stakes coming up. Caitlin Clark doesn't want a spotlight. She just wants the same whistle every other player gets. That's not favoritism. It's fairness. People aren't ready to admit how deep the bias runs. Viral clips show it plain as day, missed calls, uneven officiating, and a league that acts like it's cool with Clark carrying the load but won't protect her. Hypocrisy at its finest. Stats don't lie. Fans are fed up blasting the league online. If they want her to be the face of the WNBA, they better stop letting these calls slide. Zero lies detected. You can't build a future on ignoring reality. Here's the real talk. You want Caitlin to carry the league? Then protect her like she already does. Grind for grind, bucket for bucket. So what are you gonna do? Stay silent and watch the problem grow, or speak up and demand the yay. Respect the game deserves? Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe, because if we don't push, nothing changes.